Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. I think this is part 8? 8 or 9? Something like that. Let's just get reading. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning class, it's pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. Misha just slide in. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, not noting Misha's head poking over my shoulder until she's almost on top of me. What are you doing? Try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers. What are you doing, Hick-chan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at a normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply, still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. Copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud? Ah, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hick-chan? It's hard to hear you. I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation, and it's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly as I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. Is it because of what happened between her and Lily earlier? This is what I get for trying to be reasonable, for trying to take the middle path. Shizune is way too prideful, though by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stares the teacher is giving both of us while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away, as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing. I guess this is a good thing, and I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate that it does. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business, probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry, although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after class, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune starts signing at me and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Well, we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. Sarcasm? Huh? The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she's speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper twist on things. It's still disorientating, I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget with you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day? Hahaha, but Hick-chan, some could say the work is too much. What? Was that? Did I read that right? I don't think I did. Where's the log? I don't know how to get a log. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership, some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help. That's not, what? Oh, that's asking too much, is it? Yep, help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it. So it would be nice if someone would... Oh, hello. Oh, it's, Hanako. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Shizuna stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapping nervously around the edge of the door. Ah, it's the good music again. Dude, If nothing else, honestly, no, forget the nothing else. The most I can say for this game thus far is the music's fucking killer. All right, I have some problems with the writing, and the pacing's a little weird, but for the most part, music's fucking killer. No, this isn't the super killer one. It just started the same way. It's pretty good music anyway. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Can I speak? It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, what? Oh, right, her full name must be Lily Satao. Sorry, Satao is not here. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizuna. She stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizuna isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrifying Hanako would be. Or how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little funny, though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizuna's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom, working on their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere. What a useless woman. Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste, obviously to avoid any further contact with Shizuna. Unfortunately, this turns their attention fully back to me. But Hick-chan is not useless, right? Right? He said so himself. I can see where this is going, and I do not want any partner, not after that experience yesterday. Well, good luck with your preparations. Start packing my bag, ready to make a break for the exit. Fortunately, I'm all the way on the other side of the room. The short distance to the doorway seems like a vast no man's land to me now. Is no man's land meant to have each word capitalized like that? I guess probably, but like, is it really a proper noun? Because he said it's a no man's land, which makes me feel like it's using it that way makes it no longer a proper noun. Oh, but maybe if you said something was like no, but you wouldn't speak like that with other proper nouns. I think that's just, yeah, I don't know. The way he used it turns it into not a proper noun, but he like... Look, he just shouldn't have spoke like that, I guess. And if no man's land is a term you can lose like that, well then it's not a proper noun anymore, so each word in it shouldn't be capitalized. Shizuna and Misha both start maneuvering slowly in front of me, cutting off my route of escape to an unsettling what? Oh, in an unsettlingly cautious way that makes me think of ship-to-ship combat. I think Shik-chan is saying that you should help us, Shik-chan. Gee, I wouldn't know, she's so subtle. But that's the intent, so please. I can't keep up. We have to actually build stalls for the festival. Almost all of them by ourselves. Can you believe that? Hammering boards together over and over again for hours. It's really hard. I'm so used to it, I was doing swinging motions in class and I didn't even know it. She bangs the desk a few times, imitating hammer blows. It's so repetitive, I can't stand it. And yesterday, I actually hammered all the boards on top of each other. It was just a stack of boards all nailed together. And then I had to take it apart and do it all over again. And I got yelled at and laughed at. So, she clamps her hand down on my shoulder and grins, quickly running her tongue across her teeth mischievously. Do you have any plans for today, Ikchan? I wonder if you do. Sure, I have plans. Really? You're gonna help us, right? Notice her hands are moving constantly. She's signing everything we both say so that Susan can understand. Susan is being somewhat quiet today. Is she still angry? Well, probably at least a bit. I can see it in her eyes. This could also just be another way to guilt me into lending her a hand. I have to find a way out of this. Hey, I should go now. To the library, you know, homework. I should get going, shouldn't I? What? Oh, I have to be diligent because I'm a new student, and what? So I have to make a good impression, right? Yeah. See you later then. Whoa. Turned to bolt for the door, but Shizune is blocking my path, her arms crossed over her chest in a stern expression on her face. She wags a finger tauntingly and begins swinging. What? Oh, signing the mission with it. With the manner of a squad leader giving directions to her fellow soldiers. Didn't seem like you were in any rush to get to the library, Hik-chan. That's right, Shik-chan, it does seem like you was probably gonna slack off for the rest of the day. Ha ha ha. Wahaha. You're surrounded. Let's go to the student council room. She lets out a chuckle and then breaks into laughter. Sorry, Hik-chan, I feel bad. This works out for everyone, right? That's right, Shik-chan, yes, that's a good point too. Yes, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. Yeah, I also thought he'd be more appreciative of our efforts. Pull themselves closer as if they were about to pounce. Hey guys, 2 on 1 isn't very fair, is it? She keeps looking forward, impassive, then gives us... What? Oh, smile? Sinister smile was that? Come on, we have a lot of work to do. Let's get to the student council room. Gee, I don't know. Misha laughs. Deja vu? She chortles before letting out another laugh. You know, my horoscope said it'd be a good day for me today. And now you're gonna help. Shizune signs quickly to her. Right, I mean, now that you've decided to help us completely of your own free will, I'll be able to take it easy. I open my mouth to say something, but then realize there's no point. I refocus on trying to think of a way out of this. No, their actions are clearly deliberate. There's no sense in attempting to reason with them. You can't reason with madmen. I frown, and they don't even notice my discomfort, further proving my suspicions. They seem pretty relaxed now. I guess they think they've already won, so they're letting their guard down. That's kinda arrogant. They pass forward in front of me as they move through the doorway. As I stealthily walk backwards back into the classroom as they step into the hallway, turning towards the stairwell, I let out a sigh of relief and quickly pack the rest of my stuff so I can make my escape. The classroom door slams shut. Why would they even suspect anything? I'm just packing my bag. Wouldn't I want to take it with me to the council room? Whoa, this music's new. It's really fast paced. That wasn't very nice there. Haha, you really got us good though, didn't you, Shik-chan? Right. What was that about? I thought you said you'd help us. Then you bailed on us, and you thought you would get away with it, didn't you? That indignant expression vanishes and she begins to laugh hysterically, calming down only after an aggravated look from Shizune. Oh, yeah, you thought you could get away with it. But a criminal almost returns to the scene of the crime. Didn't even manage to leave the classroom in the first place. No way, I didn't even agree to help in the first place. Not very bright, are you, criminal? Thinking you can just... What? Thinking you just shirk your duties like that? How low, Hik-chan. I'm a criminal? What did I do? What's the charge? What am I guilty of? That's for the courts to decide, criminal. I don't think we have to tell you that. Besides, you're the criminal here, you know what you did. Have you ever read The Trial by Kafka? No, what's that, Hik-chan? What does that have to do with this? I read it a few months ago. It's about these people who run a kangaroo court on a guy who just wants to live his life. They refuse to leave him alone, and he just can't fight the power. Hey, John, what does that have to do with anything? Hey, what does that mean? Turns back to me after signing back and forth for a lengthy amount of time. You know, we're both a little disappointed in you. You glanced down us out. Dropped the bowl. Left us hanging and out in the cold. Is that any way to treat a person? To run away from your responsibilities? To abandon your comrades? We think you owe it to us to honor your commitment. What? I didn't commit to anything. My breathing catches in my throat and I momentarily start choking. That's not true, Hick John. You said you were not useless. You definitely said it. Yes, definitely. We're calling you on those words now. You better prepare to show you are not a useless guy. Your honor will be soiled forever if you try to get out of this. So for the rest of the day, we're gonna hang out together, just the three of us, and work hard. Can't fool us. Oh, I accidentally opened another window. Shit, now everything's out of order. Okay, wait, no, that, okay, this, yep. You should be happy, you're doing your school a great service. Ask not what your school can do for you, but what you can do for your school. Ask not... How depressing. Cheer up, Hick John. She slaps me hard across the back with enough strength to knock the air out of my lungs. I gasp to breathe. Besides, aren't you happy you get to spend the day with two cute girls? I guess they are right, I did blurt those words out. Accepting my fate, I follow them to the student council room. And hammer the final nail into the stall. It took all the afternoon and dinner time is nearly over, but it is done now. Shoujo pulls out a roll of measuring tape and a small level and inspects it thoroughly. She smiles, looking pleased. These motions for then motions for Misha to come over. Says you did a very good job. In fact, you might actually have a gift for this. Wow, I'm impressed too. And that was fast. Have you done this before? No, never. Never before. And I never will again. Well, our quota for the day is 6 stalls. In a few minutes, me and Shikchan should finish this one. That means 4 more to go. Making good time, she says. Isn't this great fun? What? I can think of a million things I'd rather do. But I suppose everyone has to do their share for the festival, even me. You're both lucky that I'm helping you 2 hours. If I really didn't want to, I could have gotten out of it easily. Really, Hick-chan? Shik-chan thinks you were just running your mouth. Japanese people have no what? Oh, Japanese people have no flight or flight reflex, Hick-chan. She's in there, treats her finger definitely. If you really wanted to escape, you would have taken immediate action. This is how you know someone is serious, when they have no doubts, no regrets. Maybe it's a bad idea to tell you that, since now Hick-chan knows what to do next time. But just the fact that she is alright with telling me shows that she doubts I'll be able to act on it. It only makes me want to do it more, and I almost want the opportunity to do so to arise again. But if that happens, she might get me again, somehow. Shik-chan says she is happy now. Much later in the evening, we are looking at 6 completed stalls. With the pride of a job well done, we sit back and admire the fruits of our labor, not sharing a word between us. Just admiring. I realize I'm feeling quite thirsty. Hey, isn't there a vending machine out in the hall? They're on all day, right? Yeah, the drinks are really cheap too. We usually get something from there on days like this. Dig around in my I dig around in my pocket and find a single 100 yen coin. Is this enough? I'm feeling kind of thirsty. 100 yen? You can get any drink in a machine with that. That's good. That's very good then. Oh, wait a second. What is it, Shik-chan? Do you want him to get you a drink too? Shik-chan, you really helped us out. So today, Shik-chan will treat you. Hey, what about me? What would you like? I'm feeling thirsty myself. So am I. I don't know, anything's fine. I guess the melon soda. Hey, wait, Shik-chan, I also want a drink. You know, it's times like these that I think she's just teasing me. That's probably it. I'm sure she'll get you something, right? Yeah, she usually does, but you never know. She then comes back with 2 melon sodas and a can of fruit juice. She hands me one of the sodas and the other to Misha. Thanks, Shikshan. I had total faith that you'd get me one. I know I could count on you. But how did you know this is what I wanted? I usually get something else. Wait, you knew I wanted to try it, and that I like these kind of childish things? I just show my thanks to Shizune, who smiles and nods. Hey, Hikchan. Yeah? We've been spending a lot of time together already, and in such short time, we've done so much. We should both stop beating around the bush. What I'm trying to say is, oh no, have I ended up on the Shizune route? Sounds a lot like she's gonna ask me out, but that can't be it. Nevertheless, my heart is beating like a jackhammer. Damn, this reminds me of another similar scene earlier this year. I try to say something, but my brains can't decide whether to stop her or to tell her to continue. I feel myself blushing all the way to the ears. What I'm trying to say is, would you like to join the student council? Ah, what a disappointment. Did you think she wanted to ask you out, Hikchan? That's a lot of laughing. I feel very embarrassed right now. I can feel myself getting even redder in the face. I mean, they got me in real life. I thought I was on the Shizune route. I thought it was about to, like, officially be on it. Shizune also tries to hide a blush after Misha translates, and then puts a few sheets of paper in front of me. So how about it? All the paperwork is right here. And you were sitting down anyway. You look very at home here. Drinks and everything. What do you say? She quiets down a little and asks again a little more solemnly. Hikchan, what do you say? You don't exactly hate this, right? I'm more than a little surprised by the sudden change of tone. I don't really know how to react to it. For one thing, she isn't shouting uproaringly with no regard for tact. Before, I'm sure she already knew that I was going to say no. This time, she seems actually serious. I think maybe you should join, not just because we could use your help, but, well, you're hanging out with us anyway. I think Shik-chan would like it if you would join as well. It's not like you hate us or anything, right? It wouldn't hurt if you joined, and I'd appreciate it if you would. She seems to be having a hard time getting new words out, which is strange for someone talkative like Misha. For some reason, I'm almost troubled by it. My eyes drift over to Shizune, who stares back at me attentively, absent-mindedly cleaning her fingernails. If you don't want to join, I promise we won't ask again, but if you did, we would be really happy. But Shizune and Misha seem to be unable to look me in the eyes. I can't lie, the thought of being around two such cute girls is something that I couldn't possibly pass up. Is this the Shizune route anyway? God damn it, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not looking forward to this kind of work every day, but there should be less after the festival. At least, I hope so. Alright, I guess it can't hurt, so why not? Wonderful, wonderful! Shizune tense her fingernails in satisfaction. She'll fill everything out, Hikchan. Congratulations. You are officially a member of the student council now. Great. I'm not looking forward to a lot of work. To be honest, I've never done any student council activities before. But maybe it'll be a positive experience. Misha starts to clap, laughing exuberantly as she does. Congratulations, Hikchan. Congratulations. Congratulations. Is this the Evangelion reference? Congratulations. I get the message. I can't help but smile, finding such a display childishly cute. Student council is always busy, you know, but for today, we're done. See you tomorrow, Hikchan. Still have work left, so I'll be counting on you. Also, will be counting on you. I leave the room feeling totally wiped out. The grounds are totally deserted, and the school looks pretty ominous this late. The council office is the only window with lights on anymore. Is this what the student council will be like? My body might not be able to take it. Hearing the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Hemi's bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. My morning alarm goes off, and I flail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I've decided to give morning runs another shot. I know this was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made it, what? Oh, blah, blah, blah. But that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm gonna try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. Looks like she's already working up a good sweat. Just when the hell does she come down here anyway? Oh, it's you. Surprised to see you again. Why's that? Oh, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. She frowns, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, I was only supposed to be on a volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. I shrug, and suddenly it appears that she's forgotten what she was talking about. The frown disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thought. So come on then. What? You had to run again, right? Well, yeah. So come on. I find myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. Things seem to be set, what? Things seems to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling, while Emmy moves with an effortlessness that I find enviable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient, work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start on our second lap. Emmy seems to have grown impatient, keeping pace with me, and begins to pull away. This is where I gave up yesterday. Will I be able to do more? Oh, yeah, okay, there's already a tick here because I actually, this is my second time recording this episode because the first time the audio file got corrupted. So we're just gonna do that again because that's what I would really do in this situation. I'd go for it. I'm always sending it, boys. What am I doing here? Am I really just gonna fold and let Emmy pull ahead? Speed up! Second lap's done quickly, and without even considering it, I keep going. Emmy looks back over her shoulder at me and grins. Still going? Wouldn't you to think I'm out of shape. Emmy laughs without breaking her stride no less, and speeds up even more. Well, if this is the way we're gonna play things, I increase my own pace as well. I feel my lungs are burning and my legs are starting to question just what the hell I think I'm doing. Lactic acid screams in my muscles, but I close my ears. I can't let myself fall behind because that would be a loss. That rational voice in my head inquires mildly just when we started playing a game. I'd answer it, but I'm having a lot of trouble thinking at present. She's so fast. How the hell does she keep it? It's like a string pulling at my chest, a choking feeling of narrowness and pain. Before I can think of anything else, then oh shit, the track disappears from under my feet. I stumble, one hand shooting down to clutch at the chest, the other hitting the track to keep me from falling on my face. Emmy whirls around as her eyes widen. Sal! She yells at me, sprinting from the other side of the track. What's wrong? Nothing, just... Keep your breathing steady. Calm down, don't panic. Don't panic. Do you need me to get the nurse? I close my eyes, shutting out the outside world. My heart struggles to regain its rhythm. Slowly the pain in my chest begins to subside. Soon it's gone like nothing happened. It was nothing. No. Something happened there. Open my eyes again and glance at the very worried Emmy. I think I'm fine. My voice sounds weird, even to myself. Oddly, even the matter... what? Oddly, even the matter of fact... What? My voice sounds weird, even to myself. Oddly, even and matter of fact. Okay. It makes Emmy frown. I don't think you are. She seems to come to a decision and nods to herself. Right, you're coming with me. I've got to see the nurse. Emmy grabs my arms and drags me up. I feel a bit wobbly, but I refuse... what? Oh, but I've refused the shoulder Emmy offers for support. Honestly, I'm a little ashamed of my own weakness. I'd really rather not have Emmy concerned about me, but it seems to be too late. Heck, I'd really rather not have anyone concerned about my condition, though at this point it seems to be too far for that as well. I'd like to be able to deal with the whole thing on my own without being a bully to anyone else. While I'm wishing for things I'd rather not have this condition in the first place. Alright, this seems like a good time to end this episode here. Everybody, thanks for watching. I've been Eira, you've been the audience. That's meant to be my intro, but I keep forgetting to do it. So it's my outro this time, and you stay frosty.